Hey everybody, I am Michael Gray. In this video, I'm going to make this painting from start to finish. You're going to see exactly what I did in order to create this painting. So with this painting, I want to do a sky that's two colors, yellow and blue. Now here in my practice painting, I did three colors, yellow, red, and blue. The red is sort of a barrier between the blue and the yellow, because blue and yellow make green. Here's another painting I did where the sky is sort of done in layers. So it's totally possible to do a bunch of different colors in the sky. You just want to layer them properly. But with a yellow and a blue sky, you want to be careful because yellow and blue make green. So I had too much yellow on my brush. I'm going to get rid of the yellow by just going down here, left and right. I know we're going to have water down here, and this area is mostly going to be covered up. So I'm using up all the yellow down there. And then just kind of circular motions, and you can see there's barely any yellow left. Very, very thin. The yellow's going into nothingness, and that will prevent the yellow and the blue from mixing and creating green. Okay, bravery test time. Let's see if I'm correct about mixing the blue and the yellow. This will be a fun little experiment. I'm just getting a little bit of blue on my brush, just here on the corner, if you can see that, just a little bit of blue. That way it's not too much. I'm going to drag it out a little bit on my palette, and then, let's start with the bottom again, because the bottom's, say, the safe area, because, this is going to be water. Okay, so you notice the blue is not really mixing with the yellow to make green. It's doing a little bit of that, but that's okay. Getting blue on the water, doing broad strokes all the way from the left to the right, so it looks like water, because that's what water looks like. Whereas in the sky, sky looks more like this. So you do like crisscross strokes or X strokes. And you'll see I've got a lot less blue on my brush now. There's a lot less blue because I used it all up down there. So that should make it safer for me. Oh, looks like I've got more blue on the bottom of the brush, which makes sense. So because there's less blue on the brush, it should make it safer for me to mix this blue and the yellow. Now, if you're trying this at home and you're a little scared, just add that little red circle around there. Create a barrier between the blue and the yellow. But, like I said, it's bravery time. So let's see. Just kind of slowly coming in. Of course, you'll notice it looks all scrubby. See, that kind of looks like trees. That's how you do trees or bushes. Huh. It's not supposed to be trees or bushes. It's supposed to be sky. So that's why you need to do like the little crisscross strokes to make it look more like a sky. And if you'll notice, it kind of looks like clouds. You can kind of see, well, some areas are lighter, some areas are darker. You could say, hey, those are clouds there. Alrighty. Just scrub it in everywhere. And I just about call that a sky. Let me get this right-hand side a little better. Let's see, we got a little cloud, a little wind going there. Kind of smeared the yellow everywhere. Whoops. Oh well. Well, I say I'll put my mountain there, and that way nobody will see the smudge, huh? And as for everything else, we've got a nice blue sky, nice yellow in the middle. Might even be better if I put a bit more yellow, made the yellow bigger, go all the way across. But that's okay. Let's get a mountain going. For the mountain mixture, I just mixed blue with black. And let's see, I wanted a mountain sort of like this, sort of here, and then let's say those are the mountain peaks. So it's going to go like that. Kind of want to cover up that edge, so mountain peak's going to go like that, and then this mountain peak is going to go like here, again covering up that little happy accident that I made earlier. And I want to bring the mountain down around here because the mountain's gonna end around where the lake starts. So let me just bring it all the way down Now if you're doing a complex mountain instead of just like one of these 2-peak mountains, you want to be very careful about which way you're moving your brush, because you want your brush to go with the flow of the mountain. So for example, if I'm making a jagged peak like this, it's going to go right here and left there because that's where the peak is. Does that make sense? In this case, I'm just kind of making a mountain, and it's going to be sort of level down here. So I'm just getting my mountain on the canvas. You can do this with the knife too if you want. We're going to bring in the knife in just a moment. I'm just getting the bottom of my mountain all set up. Come on, come on, come on. It's just trying to get that little edge there, because it looks a little bit weird if, say, you get a little thing sticking out like right there. Okay, now it's covered up. Cool. Now let's get the mountain going. So I'm taking the, what is in my reference photo? Give me a second. So in my reference thing, we've got 2 different mountain colors you can see here. We've got this dark gray and then this light gray, and then afterwards I put white on top of it because the light gray was actually supposed to be white. I didn't mix the colors correctly. Okay, so I'll just take my mountain color and mix that with a little white and hope it looks beautiful. Alrighty, so take 1 didn't work out well. Bah, humbug. We'll try again. Here's my little mountain mixture. Basically just this mountain mixture. I just mixed it with some white, and then I should just be able to put my knife against the canvas and just go whoo. I'm just pulling lightly, and you'll notice there are cracks in the paint, and that's exactly what you want. So let me get a little bit more paint on my knife, and we'll try that again. So let's see, this time I'll just do the smiley face. Whoosh! A little bit of a smiley face there. Trying to get that last little bit up top, and it just would not want to go. It just wanted to stay in place. So let's see. You kind of want to do in the direction that the sunlight's coming from. I guess the sunlight's coming from here. So that means it's going to be brighter on the right-hand side. So it's going to be like here, it's going to be brighter. And that's fine, because I'm right-handed. So that works out fine by me. So let's see. Let's say the mountain peak goes like there. And then the other side of the mountain's going to have to be a little dark. So I'll take darker mixture. Just basically this mountain mixture, just with a little extra black added to it. A little extra black, a little extra blue. And you kind of want the marbled effect. You kind of want it to look marbled. Can you see that? It's kind of marbled because that just makes it interesting and leaves more marks when you're just pulling your knife down. So let's see. I guess I'll start here in this spot, and then I'm going whoosh. I don't know if you can even see that. There we go. And then we're going to have to do more here. So let's say this is how the line goes. So that's how the mountain shape goes. And then I got a little bit here, so let's go like that. Yeah, you'll notice this one is a bit more blended than the left-hand side, because it's not as snowy, I suppose. So let's see, it looks like I need to get this little spot here. So I'm gonna get that little spot just with the little corner of the knife, because that's easier. So corner, whoosh, 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 whoosh. There we go. So if that doesn't look good to you, you can do what I did with my practice painting, which is I came back a week later and then just added straight white, and just scraped it along, and it's really easy to do. Yeah. all the white came out pretty well, because this is a fairly smooth mountain. You'll notice I don't have a lot of bumps and ridges to it in the actual paint. Oh, looks like I was trying to smooth out an area, and then all of a sudden, guess what? It's a little lighter on this side. You can do that with painting. You can just sort of change the way the mountain goes. So let's say there's a little bit of light here, and it's going down like that. And that looks like too much of a straight line, so I'm going to do a zigzaggy there. There. And that will be my mountain. I'm just about ready to call that a mountain there. And then move on to the next part of the painting. The next part of the painting, it seems, is going to be the row of trees down there on the seashore. So in order to do that, you take a fan brush and you basically mix it the same color as this mountain, maybe a little darker, just a little darker. I'm going to put in more black to make it darker because these trees are far away. Again, look at my reference painting. Trees are far away, so they're kind of bluish black, kind of the same color as the mountain, but nobody's going to question it. Wait, I forgot a step. You want to like make the bottom of the mountain. You want to do this at the bottom of the mountain, make it all misty. Kind of tells the eye, hey, something's different here. This is the bottom of the mountain, and it makes it great for you to put on those little trees. In fact, you could even say, wow, I don't really need trees. I kind of made my little row of trees here. You can kind of see we've got bumps and curves. Those would work well for trees, but I am going to make trees because I promised I would make trees. So with the trees, I think you just go like this. It's like push, 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 push. And that creates the idea of trees. You'll notice those trees aren't coming down very far because I've only got a little bit of paint there on the brush. So let me get paint all the way on the brush. And I can never know if I'm doing it upside down. So I'm basically just going up and down, making a row of trees. It's bouncing up and down because unless these trees were like plants potted in a row, they would all be different sizes. So you want to go up and down when you're making your trees. Don't need to worry too much about on the right hand side, but you'll notice, you know, the paint kind of goes away after a while. So it was strongest here where I first started, and then here it's a bit lighter, and that's good. That just means those trees are farther away. Now let's see, we are by a lake. So that means we're gonna have to make a lake shore, aren't we? I think I'll keep using the fan brush for that. So just, here's my lake shore. Just gonna kind of make a line here. Just not the most solid line because I'm gonna be playing with it in just a moment. But making a line there, trying not to have any like yellow spots because I don't want the yellow spots. And I'm going to take my other brush and just pull it down. That creates reflections in the water. It's very simple. I'm just pulling down here. And let's say if there was an area where I had much taller trees, I'd be pulling down a bit farther for that. Alternately, if you wanted to do the reflection of the mountain, I think you take the mountain paint and kind of put a little bit there left and right like I did, and then you would just pull down. Sort of like that. We're not going to see much on this side. Okay, so once you do all the pulling down, you want to do the same water stroke we did at the very start, just left and right. See how that kind of blurs it? Makes it look like water reflections. Oh, that's so amazing. I love it. It's just like, oh, it just looked like a bunch of sticks, and now it's actually a reflection on the water. So next step is we're going to create a water line. So let me get some new paint. Let's see. What color am I gonna make my waterline? Just sort of whitish blue, because I got a lot of blue everywhere. So make a little whitish blue, and then just sort of go like this. I kind of like thick water lines. Some people like really, really thin ones, but I'm sort of doing it at the base of where those trees are. You don't have to do it. You could say, oh, maybe those trees are not close to shore, and that's fine. It's all up to you. That's what you do when you're painting. You get to decide where things are. So I think I'm gonna get more paint because we can't see anything else. Yeah. I can get paint here. And I'm gonna say the land comes down a bit here. So I'm not gonna do like a complete straight horizontal line. That's just not super interesting. So in order to do that, you have to do like a little zigzag here to indicate, hey, this line is connecting to that line. It's still part of the water line, yeah. And there we go. Should be a beautiful water line. Really, all I did was just take two lines, make a little zigzag over here. I've got a thing of white paint that just doesn't want to come off. Alrighty, come on, there you go. And if you want to make lines in the water, you just do lines here or there. Let's show you my reference painting. Like little lines here, here or there. Here I did a real zigzag for the land, huh? Okay, let's see. Next we're gonna do a little bit of land, and we're gonna do a bit of trees. Let's do some happy little trees. Let's make a happy little tree on the right. So the tree is gonna be going here, and then it's gonna be sitting there. So trees, we just sort of make a black line here. There's my tree. And you kind of want the tree to be above the mountain, because otherwise people can't really see it. And let's see, do I want to do another tree? Sure, why not? It'll be here. Here's a second tree. Give our tree a little friend. Right there. Beautiful. And then kind of don't want to do anything over here on the right hand side, but I probably should. So the tree needs something to sit on, so I'm gonna just do this everywhere. Just pound, 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 pound with my brush. Make a little thing of land for it to sit on. I'm gonna do the same over here. So let's see, I'm gonna make a thing of land going out like that. And let's see. I'm just trying to make it a little dark and grayish. Let's have this one be a little darker, the one in the back. Let's make it go out farther than the others. You can see I've already got a bunch of hills there. And let's say these hills stop here. So I'll make it stop right there. So we'll make it say, we'll say those hills stop there, in which case we have to make a reflection. Now these hills on the left, as you can see, they're going down, 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 past the bottom of the painting. So we don't really need to make a reflection on those. But these ones we do, so it's going to be the same reflection we did earlier. Just pull down, pull down, pull down. Looks like I need to clean my brush, because you see I've got those little white streaks there. That is paint thinner. I did not clean my brush correctly. Alright, hopefully my brush is now nice and clean. We'll try this again, just pulling down gently, and then left and right to make reflections. There we go. And of course, because we've got a new thing of water, a new thing of land, we have to make a new water line. So this one here, let's say, and then the other one down there. Kind of running out of white paint, otherwise I'd do a lot more with this waterline, make it thicker. Because it's closer, it should be a little bit bigger than the other one. And I just realized maybe I was supposed to do that second because I need to get some color onto that. So I need to make it green, right? It's not just gray rock and gray land, so I'm just gonna get some green here on my brush and tap it in. And if I had been paying very close attention, I would know what the various layers were, because you saw I did like three different things down, and I'm already forgetting what they are. Okay, so now I've gotten a little bit of ochre, change the color a bit. Makes it more interesting because you've got different colors there. Let's see, and I'll do a little yellow on the other side. Just on the other side of this paintbrush. And by tapping the yellow and the ochre, I kind of got like three different colors here. It's three different layers. Pretty simple. And then now I'll redo that again. Just pull it all down. Pull it all down. And left and right to create the reflections. I'll put in a waterline. Let's see, this waterline is going to go like this. That one is going to be a bit of a straight left and right waterline. Oh well. Now if you wanted to, you could do rocks, which I did in my reference painting, rocks here. So what you do is you just take you do that one and then you just do brown, two layers of brown, drag it down. Sort of like how I drag down the reflection. Okay, our trees over here on the left have been neglected for far too long. Let's get those trees in place. So I'm gonna take my fan brush, just go down left and right. So I'll start with this tree. You know, that tree did not get as big as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like much bigger, like this big wide tree. So I'll make this tree a nice big one. Make that tree on the left stick out a little bit more, make it a bit farther. Because the trees overlap, you can't really see. You see they've got a bunch of black stuff over there because the trees overlap. Alright, so I think the next step is... Because this tree's coming all the way down, I'm debating whether I finish the tree first or if I do the land. I think I'll do the land first, okay? This time I was smart and I mixed up my green and yellows ahead of time out on my palette instead of trying to mix them out on the canvas itself. Hopefully that will make it look a lot better. Alright, so let's go with this green. Just gonna sort of follow the lay of the land there with the darkness. Gonna switch to the other little green. Oh, I'm not sure you can even tell the difference. There we go, that should make the green a bit more noticeable. There we go. Nice little shoreline. Nice little shoreline, little mountain, little hill. I'm not sure what term you'd use for that. Let's finish with our tree. Where did I put my fan brush? Over here. right-hand side. Okay, so I'm gonna do the back tree first. So I'm gonna say this tree, the shorter tree, is the back tree. And I'm gonna make it a darker green. So I'm just gonna load my fan brush up with the green, the darker green, and just sort of follow left and right. And you are not able to see anything, are you? Alright, so I got a little paint thinner on my brush, and now the green should be more noticeable. That's because a thinner paint sticks to a thicker paint. That's one of the rules of oil painting. Alright. There's a tree on the left-hand side. You'll notice I left some of the darkness peeking through, and that's what happens because tree branches stick out in all three directions, so it would be impossible for it to be just one full shade of green. That'd be a strange looking tree indeed. So next I'm going to do the tree on the right. I'm going to make it a brighter color. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of a brown here. Just take some brown, make a little tree trunk. Let's see, tree trunk's over there. Just making a little tree trunk so people can see where the tree is. Adds realism to where the tree trunk is. And because the tree is looking a little gray down there, I'll just cover it up with this next tree. Come on, let's hope this paint works. Let's hope my mixture is okay. It should be a different color and a slightly different consistency too. So, sort of left and right like this. Yep, that's a different color. Just gonna do the right-hand side. And again, sort of like with these trees here, sometimes you want to go out a bit. Not every branch is the exact same width. So you want to stick it out. Well, it's almost like that tree on the left is the one that sticks out in front, huh? That's what it looks like. Well, I'm gonna add on the left-hand side and move that tree back a bit. Oh, looks like I need a bit more paint. Things got a little blurry there. Gonna mix in a bit more yellow. I'm at the end of my painting, basically, so just gonna use up all the leftover yellow I've got, because why not? Right, I'm gonna make long branches here at the bottom. So that's the way trees work in real life. They're short at the top, longer branches at the bottom. And there. I think we can call that a finished painting. Now for the scariest part. I need to write my name in the corner. Okay. You might laugh at me saying it's scary, but with my practice painting, I'll show this off. I didn't spell my name right. Oh, gee, oh, yep, yeah, that's still wet paint. Good job, Michael. Sorry, I didn't spell my name right, so I had to put blue and just run the blue across to cover up my misspelled name. And now I need to get this up. Oh, I am terrible at names. This is why some artists, maybe, oh, I can't do this. Okay. This is why some people wait for the painting to dry and they'll just write the name on with Sharpie afterwards. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. If you're terrible at signing your name. Okay, but I'm gonna be extra brave here. Try to write my name. Because, like I said, a thinner paint sticks to a thicker paint. If you've got paint thinner, might want to get some paint thinner. That way it makes your signature paint all nice and thin. So you can write your name and everybody will see it. Okay. Let's try this. Yep. That is one messy name. It's definitely a name which I would go over again with white, or like I said, just using Sharpie would help. So if you don't like what your name looks like, just sort of scrub it off here, and try again. Now, I had green on my brush when I scrubbed it off, so now that area looks green. But I still have some of my original blue. So I'm gonna take my original blue, just run it across the painting here. That might be a bit too much blue, doo-dah, doo-dah. That was a bit too much blue. Yeah, you'll see. I mean, this is what you do if, you know, I messed up the land or something, or, you know, this doesn't look right. Just sort of work it out. It's like, hey, guess what? Now you never know. No one knows that I messed up the name. Except everybody who watched this video, and they're all laughing at me. But who cares about those people? So that's it for the painting. I hope you enjoyed watching me do this fancy little painting. I don't want to finish my video with me messing up the signature on 2 paintings. That would look silly. And this upper right hand part is looking a little lonely. So tell you what, let's make a happy cloud here. So the way to make happy little clouds is you just take some of your white. Let me get a bit more white here. Just sort of go like this, make clouds however which way you want. Trying to get that one end a little better. You can even do like this too and make your clouds. Maybe mix in a little bit of extra white. Try to make this one cloud on the top sort of stand out a bit more than the cloud on the bottom. And that's sort of how you make a happy little cloud, I'm told. What you do is you fluff it by going like this. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let's see if I can do that. I'm great at making the sound effects. Maybe not so great at doing the little cloud whooshing. So let's just kind of work that cloud into the sky. That's sort of mixing with the blue over there. I still have some blue because just redid that. So I still got some sky blue, so I can mix in a bit of sky blue there. Make some clouds. Just makes the, right hand side of the painting a little bit more interesting. And the sky. The reason why you're sort of fluffing out the bottom. So otherwise you just have a harsh bottom and that'd look kind of odd. So there we go. I added a little bit of clouds there. Let's make a cloud go across here. Go across my little yellow patch. Makes it a bit realistic. Otherwise, it looks like the clouds just being very nice and staying far away from the yellow. And in real life, clouds don't avoid the sun. Come on, that's silly. All right, so there we go. There's a little more clouds in the upper right-hand corner of the painting. Are those brush hairs? No, I don't know what those are. I'm gonna smooth them out. And they went away. Yay! Okay. So that's going to be it for this painting. I'll just about call this painting finished. I could fiddle with it a little bit more, but problem with that is you might accidentally fiddle your painting to death. So just do a little bit more. Just adding a little bit more back into the sky there. And there. Now I'll call it a finished painting. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this painting time. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I don't know if I'll do more painting videos. This is my first painting video. I have no idea how popular they're gonna be. So if I keep messing up the signatures and looking silly, then maybe these painting videos aren't gonna be super popular. Okay, so you'll notice I made this one a little bit, the blue went a bit farther than it was previously. No big deal. What you do is you write your name. Maybe you have a long last name. Maybe I'll put in my first name, but you put in your name and then you put in the year if you've made like too much space for yourself with the naming thing. But yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna have to work on. I'm really gonna have to work on being able to write my name so it's small and in the corner rather than writing giant names. I'm proud of my painting, so there's that. I can feel very proud of my painting. Write my name really, really big. But I don't want it to detract from the rest of the painting, so I'll just have to work on the painting and spelling my last name right. That seems like the next big thing I need to practice.